guys? Welcome to another episode of Not Your Average Lead with your not so average lead guy, Malcolm Minor. Great seeing you guys again. So, yes, we are getting into another Greek video. Yes, why not? Why not? So last time we talked about my arts fraternity, and now we are going to talk about the social fraternity that I belong to, that I could not wait to join. The amazing, illustrious Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, founded on an ice cold Tuesday, December 4th, 1906, on the campus of Cornell University in Ithaca, New York. Let's let me tell you, it took a long time to get here. It took a very, very long time. To be very honest, for me, my journey in Greek life was an interesting one. I actually came to college. I wasn't interested in Greek life at all. And then somehow I started seeing on YouTube, because that was like our thing back then. Instagram wasn't really doing it for us. But I remember seeing you, like, I think I saw AKAs at a Meet the Greeks at my campus. I was like, what's going on? What is that? What are they doing? What are these girls doing? And then next thing you know, I was like, all right, I can't wait to see whatever this thing is, this Meet the Greeks thing is. And so I go, and I could not wait to get out of class because I think I had a night class, some kind of night class. And it was like, I was going to miss the first part of it. As soon as my class was over, I dashed over to the court, where was it at Ramapo? It was in the basketball courts by Laurel Hall. Yeah, by Laurel Linden Hall over there, for my Ramapo people who may or may not be watching. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? I was seeing all these different people with shirts and colors and hand signs and calls and banners, and it was a whole bunch of people. And, Ramapo didn't have that many black people. We had a good number, but we didn't have like a great number of black people on our campus. I went to Ramapo was a medium-sized school. It was about 6,000 students anyway. So half of that actually lived on campus. So we had all these people coming from other schools to be with their brothers and sisters during Meet the Greeks. And so I was like, oh my God, there are fraternities for white folks and Latinos and black people, and there were multicultural organizations. And I was like, I need to know everything. This is a lot. But it was so interesting to watch the stepping and the strolling and like hearing about this history. And so anybody who knows me knows I like fun facts. And sometimes I like to go on a research dive, AKA fall down a rabbit hole of research. And I fell down a very large rabbit hole of Greek life research. And I literally read everything. I read almost everybody's histories. Like, I was absorbing all the information because I just thought it was so fascinating. And something I learned in my studies of research was that New Jersey was the hotbed of like the Latino and multicultural Greek movement. And so a lot of the Latino organizations were founded in local colleges around the state, around New Jersey, as well as some of the multicultural organizations that are nationally known. So I thought that was really interesting. And, in my research, I said, oh, look at all these organizations. But what would speak to me? Like, if there were one that really spoke to me, I made a note of it. But at the top of the list that I looked at, which was a very short list, by the way, don't think it was a long list. It was a very short list. If anybody watching, come check me. Alpha Phi Alpha was always at the top of the list. I felt like it just went with me. It just spoke to me. Absolutely, to the kind of person that I was, and the kind of man I aspired to be. It was just Alpha all day. So I had no issue, trying to figure out what was the next step, right? But unfortunately, college, life has a way of doing what it wants to do. And so things happened. And it did not happen while I was on campus for my 4 years of school, unfortunately. But 10 years later, a little over 10 years, 10 and a half years later,